Hey, this is Corey with the Middle Georgia Rug Spa. I wanted to record a video to answer one of the common concerns that we have with customers and their rugs, and that is the dye that's in the rug. Here in this video, we see a hand knotted rug. This is made in India. It's a wool facial yarn on a cotton foundation, and it has several colors here. You can see the red, it's got blue, it's got green, it's got brown, it's got a lighter color here. And these yarns, this is handmade rug, these yarns are dyed using a process called vat dyeing, and they dye them in a acidic pH for the color to strike the yarn and the dyes to hold, and then they'll weave this rug. So as they're weaving this rug, every time they need this blue, they'll pull this blue yarn from this skein of yarn that they have. They'll pull it and go through and make that design, and then above it, let me zoom in here, they'll pull the green when they need it, then the cream, and they'll pull the red, and these are all skeins of yarn of different various colors to make this rug. Well, once the rug is made, a lot of times they'll take it down to the river or somewhere and they'll wash the excess dye out of the rug. And people are a lot of times concerned, you know, will the dyes run in my rug when you wash it? And sometimes rugs can be unstable and the dyes can come loose. With our washing process, one of the first things we do after we dust the rug is we test the stability of these dyes. We want to know how well are these dyes striking the fibers and how will it respond to a washing process. And if the dyes are unstable, we have some things we can do to either try to stabilize those dyes or allow them to leave the rug without grabbing a hold of an adjacent color that we don't want it to. Also, our washing process, we use acidic side shampoos that are wool safe. And so the wool likes to be in that acidic environment, and it tends to actually help the dyes to hold better on the rug yarns themselves. One of the things that happens though, there's two things I want to talk about in this video. One is pet urine. Pet urine goes into a rug and it initially is acidic, but as it sits there for a little while, it migrates toward the alkaline side of the pH scale and creates these alkaline salts. Those alkaline salts get higher and higher on the pH scale, and they destabilize the dye sites, and the dyes can begin to break loose. They're not happy in that environment. A lot of times when you have pet urine in a rug, it's been there for a while, you'll have an ammonia smell. Well, that's the alkaline salts that you smell. And those alkaline salts are fed by some sort of moisture. It can even be humidity that's why on days when you have high humidity, you can smell that more so than you can on days with low humidity. So with the pet urine creating an unstable environment, when the rug is washed, some of those dyes can begin to leave that area because of what the pet urine has done. Here's a rug, for example, you can see that's happened, and this red has left its home and migrated into this cotton here. So you have red on a wool yarn, and that red has migrated into this cotton foundation here. And we've washed this rug, and this didn't change. Sometimes this will improve, sometimes we can wash that on out, but this didn't change. So we're gonna go through here now and need to actually do a chemical redox to remove this and correct this for the customer. Our washing didn't do this. It was the pet urine that is in this area destabilizes the dye, and as you wash it begins to move out. So the good news is you can get the urine out of these woven rugs, you can get the odor out, you can decontaminate and sanitize the rug. The bad news is sometimes in that process, the dyes can move into areas you don't want them to, and then you're trying to correct that. Here's another example here. This is a tufted rug. And you can see here where the same thing has happened, and some of these dyes have moved into another area. This is, I don't remember if this was from pet urine, but there was something that happened on this rug, And I think the homeowner tried to clean this up, if I remember right. And what they used was a high alkaline spot remover. And that destabilized the black dyes here and moved them into an adjacent area. And so we're here with a redox solution and a little dripper, and we're going to be trying to remove some of that dye in that one unwanted area. Let me show you one other real quick. This is another rug here. This is a hand knotted rug, and here we have it was either urine or vomit that happened from an animal, and had this rug just been washed like normal, this probably would have come out. But somebody tried to deal with this, and you can see the halo around this stain. That halo is from an oxidizer that was used on this in the home, and it caused some of the dyes to lighten. So unfortunately, if we're successful in getting the stain out of here, you're still going to see this lightness where the oxidizer has caused some harm to this rug. This is a hand knotted rug. This is wool on a cotton foundation, and some sort of oxidizer has been used to damage this. So usually when you have a problem with dyes moving from a rug, it's really due to either the nature of the stain itself, or someone putting a high alkaline product or an aggressive oxidizer that causes further damage to the rug. Will this spot come out? We really don't know until we get through trying. If it can come out, we can get it out. But even once we remove it, you're still going to see this lighter area unless we go back in there and recolor that for the customer. Here's another example. Here, this is a tufted rug. And if you have this issue that we have here on this woven rug, in this rug, you add the complication of the latex breaking down. And that's what happened with this customer. And they had us go ahead and remove all of the latex out of this rug, put in new latex, and put a new backing on it. So lots of various factors when dealing with stains on the wool rugs, and I hope this video helps you in navigating through that. If you ever have a problem, give us a call. We're here to help. It's Middle Georgia Rug Spa, 478-972-6583, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.